Welcome to the next episode of Decants with D. I am Dietmar Ostermann. I'm your host this afternoon, and I'm the regular guy from Long Island. Caymus is back on the agenda. Caymus is the legendary Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon from Chuck Wagner. They're sitting there in the heart of Oakville, and they're producing a wine that is very, very popular with many wine drinkers and certainly with the restaurant industry. But there are exceptions. Some of the more sophisticated wine connoisseurs say the wine is not aged enough, it's too fabricated, it's too predictable, the same recipe food forward. But that is also what some of the 70% of the other wine drinkers that like Caymus enjoy. The wine is predictable. I want to do two things today. Testing a 2006, so the old body style, a very old Caymus, against the brand new 2020. And of course, many people say there was a change in style at around 2010, 11, or 12, where Chuck Wagner made these wines much more predictable, much more fruity, like a fruit bomb, versus the old style people like better. Wine Spectator, typically the magazine, was consistent and said, yeah, I give these wines a 92 rating, and they have been consistently mostly giving them 92 rating prior to 2011, 2010, and after 2011, 2010. They rate the special selection a lot higher though. Wine Spectator has some interest in that special selection. Vivino, on the other hand, gives it a 4.6 almost every single time, and in the earlier years maybe a 4.4, 4.5. So you can see the popular vote of wine drinkers does enjoy the Caymus. So enough talk, let's get into action. I'm going to opening up the 2006. Now, I myself think that Caymus is a wine that lasts about 10 years. So 2006 today in 2023 is at its outer limit. I think, I looked it up, Wine Spectator said this wine would be at its peak in 2015 or so. I'm going to decant these so that they have an equal chance. Interact a little bit with oxygen before we test them. Caymus Cabernet. We have sparkling sun here. In the sun, the wine looks good. It is a deep, deep ruby color, a little bit with hints towards garnet, indicating the wine is quite old. Typically, I think we would expect from Caymus a much more brilliant, fresh, and sparkling color. Fine, beautiful lines in the glass indicating alcohol content above 14 to 15%. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Nice berry fruit, a little bit of blackcurrant, blackberry, tobacco in the nose. Seems to be well crafted with a plethora of primary, secondary, tertiary aromas. Cigar boxes in here as well. Let's give it a whirl. The wine is still good, still drinkable. Tannins by now are very, very low. It has medium plus acidity on the palate. There's a little bit of an acidity bite. You can feel the powerful, full-bodied wine with the high alcohol. Fruit-wise, it's a little bit more wild berry, blackcurrant type fruit dominating. But yes, the wine is not as fresh anymore as you would expect from a Caymus after now 2006, that's 17 years ago. I give this wine in the current condition a 4.3. By the way, if you like this show, please press the thumbs up button and like the video. Also, please follow my show and subscribe to my channel. I also would highly welcome you as one of my viewers on the Vivino app. I'm a big rater of the wines on Vivino. But let's now come to the 2020. I rated the 2020 not too long ago and I was very impressed by it. I also compared the 18 to the 19 in another video. I liked the 18 better. And I had an earlier Caymus video where I compared the 11 to the 14 to the 16. And out of those, the 16 was my favorite. So let's pop that bottle open here, the 2020 Caymus, the one that's currently in circulation. You can buy this bottle probably for $80 or $90 in most major liquor stores and big retailers. Cork pops right out. This bottle gets decanted as well. Equal opportunity for both wines. Okay, pouring the 2020. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is where you get the sparkling, typical, deep, ruby, beautiful Caymus color. It's a fantastic color. Again, the thick lines in the glass indicating higher alcohol content. Beautiful looking piece of wine. Let's give it a sniffy sniff. Fresh blackberry, black plum, a little bit of currant are the predominant in-your-face aromas. Let's sniff for some secondary, tertiary aromas. Clearly vanilla, some oak, plethora of flavors. I can tell you already, ladies and gentlemen, I like this wine. I couldn't drink it every day. It's too powerful. But I drink it once a week. I drink it once a month. It's a great wine. Let's give it a whirl. Very balanced, not much tannins, a beautiful medium plus or so acidity, full body, high alcohol, dry, predominant fruit on the palate, blackberry, black plum, a little bit of tobacco, a little bit of oak and cedar wood, a little bit of cigar box in here, and then this beautiful vanilla overlay. Ladies and gentlemen, last time I tasted it 2020, I gave it a 5.0, and it's a 5.0 again. And in this competition between an older and a younger Caymus, the 2020 wins the competition. But it also proves that I was wrong. The Caymus does last longer than I thought. A 2006 that I bought in auction, so I don't even know how it was stored properly, is still in drinkable good shape 17 years later. That's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I see you typically on Sunday. See you next Sunday.